everyone. I'm here with Will Casterlow, founder of Triad Cyber Solutions. He has been in this industry, in the MSP and the IT industry, over 2 decades. Have known Will over the last few months, and he sounded like one of the nerds that I am as well, and a technocrat at heart. Where whenever we talk technology or I sparkle, and with AI in the play now, we're going to talk about AI and what small and medium businesses are doing about it, and how the MSPs are helping those businesses. So, like I said, Will has been in this business for 24 years. The industries, healthcare, nonprofit, finance, construction, and he's helping them build their AI strategy, right? I mean, Will believes strongly in, before you jump into AI, to have a strategy of what you need for the business. We'll talk more about it. Quickly introducing myself, Mick Shah. I'm a CEO and the owner, like Will, at Moksha AI. Have been in the industry for 20 plus years as well. And, similar to Will, we are also helping MSPs and their clients leverage AI and automation to help those businesses be more efficient and productive. So, Will, welcome. I'm looking forward for the conversation.
Yes, yes. Welcome. Thank you very much, Mick, and thank you for that introduction there. Very happy to be a part of this and be a part of this with you. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent, excellent. So let's jump into it. It will, everyone is talking about AI, no matter what the industry is, no matter what the conversation is, somehow artificial intelligence becomes a part of it. But at the same time, I feel a lot of the businesses are confused on how to leverage AI. What is AI, right? Truly, is it a powerful search engine, or is there more to it? What are your thoughts about it, and how do you help customers or talk to them about it?
Yeah. So what I've seen, what I feel like it is, people are still somewhat scared of AI. They're afraid of it, just like even cybersecurity. I don't think people have gotten over that hump yet. So when we talk about AI and everybody's come up with all of these tools and all these things to do, everyone sees it, but I feel like it's like their adrenaline is running so fast that because so much is coming at them, I think everyone's kind of willing to try something, not knowing what are they trying or what are they trying for. So they may have an idea of what they want to do, but they really don't know what to do. So they rely on someone else to say, hey, we can create this AI assistant or this chatbot. I mean, because they don't know actually what they can actually utilize it to best suit their business, they just go along with it. So I just feel like it's all education. It's all education. And just like we with cybersecurity, people are still used to just manage IT services. They just look at, hey, IT service. Well, it's not just IT service, it's cybersecurity and compliance. But now we are in the world of AI, and AI has to be first. It has to be first. And one of the things we do is that so many people are not doing is talking strategy. They're putting tools like crazy, but we talk more strategy on what to do, how to do it, and implement what you actually want to do instead of just putting something together.
Excellent. No, and you're absolutely right. A couple of things you mentioned. Everyone, especially the MSPs and the IT providers, need to have the AI first mindset, right?
Yes.
And instead of just going and getting the tools, work with your customers and for your business as well with an AI strategy. All right, what do we, where do we start? What places can we leverage the technology? What is the lowest hanging, process that we can automate, right?
Hmm.
Or write an agent for, and have a proper strategy instead of just going out there and getting the tools. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's AI strategy, AI tool, and the strategy, you have to begin with strategy. And someone like Will you and Triad Solutions can help that the businesses and even other MSPs, right? I mean, I'm talking to a lot of IT service providers. And one thing, Will, is that as an MSP, as an IT service provider, we are so well placed to help those small and medium businesses and our customers kind of leverage and have to go about this.
Hmm.
We are their trusted advisors, we are their virtual CIOs, and the businesses are confused on where to start, and as an MSP we need to help them as an IT service provider. And but you also shared about education, right? Educating the client, but educating others in the industry as well. Because I was talking to someone yesterday, and they're like, Mick, where do we start? There's a big MSP out in Texas. It's like, where do I start, right? What conversations do I have with my clients, with the C levels? And there's some education that needs to happen there, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I was sitting there listening. So one of the things I share with you, we talk about strategy as MSPs. We're into the tech field, so we're always the tech guy or the tech person, and we're so techy. So what I what I realize is, and I see a lot of MSPs talking over social media, is they're always talking about tools. So I'm just wondering, in your point of view, what do you think? How do you think we can help other MSPs kind of get more on board with creating a strategy? Like I mean, I love to be the only one out here, but I just feel like how we're so techy, we're so like get this bot, do this, and then we're trying to build it. You
Right,
know,
right.
what do you see? Do you see that MSPs can evolve to more strategy instead of tools?
You, they will have to. There's no choice, because there are many reasons for it. You're absolutely right. Is because every day, even if you read about it, you see it. Oh, this is the best AI tool out there. 3 months later, someone else
Something
comes in.
else.
Something else comes in and say, "Oh no, this is a better tool than the one out." And then the 3 month later, the first one becomes better than the second one, and so forth. But you're absolutely right. And a lot of the MSPs will are um, trying to leverage the technology, the AI and automation for their own businesses, for their own operations, right? Automating opening a ticket, or answering a call, or fixing an issue, right? We have always been doing that, right? The industry that we are in, it started with a reactive approach. Something breaks, we go in and fix it. Then it became proactive. Then we evolve into preventive, and now we need to evolve into being a managed intelligence provider.
Absolutely.
And that starts with strategy for not only our businesses, but for our customers as well. And you're absolutely right. As a community, we have always come together, work together, and it will be great as a community if you all can come up with that AI strategy, and how we can, how we make it part of our service portfolio as well, right? As a MSP, how do you make AI part of your service portfolio? And so there is a conversation that, and education that definitely needs to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things I can tell you what I have done to make sure we're trying to hit the nail on the head, go in the right direction. We've altered our processes, even as far as asking people, trying to find out to be able to get that, to be able to get the roadmap to get to the strategy. So one of the things we've done is, we've always talked about, what are your like clients' pain points? What would they like to see? What's not working for them? We've always incorporated and asked them that.
Right.
But now it's in a sense of when those things happen, how can we leverage and now increase your productivity while we are scaling your business to be able to bring in and do more, you know, one thing I did find out is people are like, yeah, let's do that. Let's put this tool here and let's do this. And we saw that. I don't know if you've seen it probably about a month or two ago, Amazon. You know, Amazon, I don't know if everybody know, but they let go thousands of people.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
happened? We shut down. AWS went crazy. Like, so when everybody couldn't get on their servers and the websites were down, even cloud, um, what is it? One of the companies a couple of weeks ago,
Right.
Cloudflare,
Okay.
Cloudflare went down.
Oh,
When it, and it's because they're getting rid of people instead of utilizing the people, just incorporate the AI with it. So why do you
yeah.
feel like people still need to do that?
You're absolutely right. I think, again, going back to your point, is that it's not being strategized correctly, right? They want to develop a tool, implement it, and then say, "Oh, we won't need 10 people tomorrow." But I think it's another AI is another very powerful tool in your toolkit that they need to leverage to be more efficient, be more productive, not to replace the staff, but to make their jobs better, easier, so you can have them focus on more important and more strategic things, right? Strategic activities. I'll give you an example. So we went into a manufacturing, a fabricator, and then we looked at they had a similar conversation. They're like, Mick, we are confused about AI. Where do we start? What do we do? We sat down, we understood what ERP solutions they were using and so forth. And then we went and sat down with, I'm like, what is the most easiest process in your operations, in your delivery, in your organization that you are at present doing manually, right?
Right,
So we sat down. They had order entry in their ERP. So they get an order in a PDF, and then they manually enter it in their ERP, their line of business application. It takes 15 to 20 minutes to enter that order. And most importantly, the challenge was there were mistakes that were made. So instead of 2 centimeters, if someone puts in 3 centimeters, it costs them thousands of dollars. So it's like,
yeah,
Mick, the my issue is that I want to automate this to reduce the error, not to reduce people, but to reduce the error. So then we understood, and now we have written a custom AI agent for not a tool, not a application off the shelf, but a
right,
custom agent that automated that process. That the founder still has that person review what the agent is doing, but the error rate came down significantly. And yes, it helps with efficiency and productivity. But we went with a planned approach and not just went out and got a tool to
tool,
do
yeah,
it. So so
yeah,
we are seeing more and more. Even security, I think data security will, and AI, security is your forte, and I'll let you talk about it. That's something that needs to be considered even more now than ever before. Because I'm sure those who were using other technologies to to harm you are using AI now even faster
Mhm.
and more
Yeah.
to get smarter. So what are your thoughts on that, Will?
Yes. I said it earlier, people still don't find and take in security important still. They're still on the IT managed services part. So with AI, yes, I mean, you're having people duplicated as people. Um, and now you can have a voice. We can have a voice and now be subject to someone else, and they can be a person that does an approval to write a check for a company,
Right.
you know? So, or email. So the security piece has to be just as important to be part of that strategy, because part of the strategy that we're making for people is, as you develop it, the security has to be that foundation of it. It has to be. I mean, there's so many, and I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that businesses are making, is they get this tool. You said it earlier. Now, 3 months later, is another tool. So now we tell that company, we don't want this one. We saw something better, but they're not incorporating security to make sure each thing is balanced. You know,
And yeah, where is the data staying, right? Storing, right? Are you
right?
sending the data outside? What kind of data? So and that's why, to your point, it needs to be strategized and not just go at it and say, hey, here's a shiny tool, let's get it, and we'll be good to go. You're absolutely right. Um, I am seeing MSPs and the IT service providers utilizing some of these applications as well. The RMM tools and all, incorporating AI in their applications. Have you seen that, or any thoughts on the practice management software and the RMMs and so forth, what they are doing and how they are changing their tools?
More what I've seen so far is are people are trying to do more automation with ticket creation. So they're trying to automate ticket creation. And even for us, we've actually tried and played around. I created a strategy for us on how I want to be able to deal with help desk tickets that come in. So we played around with an AI agent, and then it's creating a ticket. A lot of times, again, we're looking to enhance the speed of delivery, enhance the quality of the support needed, and then we're trying to be more efficient so that way the client can be more of, okay, man, this is really good. So we're trying to decrease our time as far as the things that need to be fixed. So I feel like companies are probably they're still not doing it, but MSPs in general should be looking at how to simplify, how to enhance, not remove a technician. I talked to one company and one person that I know of, one of my colleagues, and he was telling me, yep, he had two tier twos and one tier one, and he got rid of a tier two and put AI in place. And I said, you're going to cripple yourself, because when you don't do that, you utilize AI to help create reports, help create. We can help create quarterly reports. That's one thing we're trying out right now is we're doing quarterly reviews with our clients to show them how, hey, we can help enhance your business by doing some of these things that maybe they're not even thinking of.
Right.
So that's how we're utilizing and doing things like that. Is we're utilizing it as an enhancement for the
to,
client.
to improve client experience
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and add more value. Those QBRs, those quarterly business reviews, are very important. And yes, you can use AI to kind of help you automate those reports and make it easy for you to generate them so you can sit down with the customer and go over. You're absolutely right. And yeah, it's again, it's not to be used to, oh, I'm going to, take away this task and the agent. I think that agentic AI is still, maybe eventually it will be, but I think it's 5, 10 years out there, if not more. So what are your thoughts on entering? We are the end of 2025, going into 26. What should every business, look for? One thing is for sure, that AI is here to stay. It's a generational technology change, a paradigm shift that every business, will have to adapt to. But sooner or later, and the sooner they start thinking about it, they start talking about it, is better. But Will, what are your thoughts on, what should businesses, what is the next step for them, for, hey, how do I go about this new technology?
Yeah, the first thing step I feel businesses should do is find an AI fractional officer. Find an advisor. Don't just find someone who, again, who can, hey, we got tools for you for everything in your business. Find a trusted advisor who can actually lay out and then create a strategy. Um, Businesses, again, may not know it, but it's just like business planning. It's just like when you're doing a budget. They need to treat AI like a budget. When you're doing budgets every year, you're talking about, you're going through all the categories: cleaning supplies, office supplies, technology, accounting. So you're going through. So that's, believe it or not, that's a strategy,
Right.
right? When you're doing a budget, that's actually a strategy. So they need to find someone who can create a strategy for them. And once they create that strategy, understand how the process can benefit and scale them without removing a single person.
Exactly.
Um, and then once they do that, then we need to look at, but in that strategy, it's going to incorporate processes, um, cybersecurity, compliance. It's going to deal with compliance has got to be part of it. Because again, we talked about data earlier. You talked about data, how data now is going to be going to the dark web. People
Right.
don't realize when you're using chat GPT or any type of chat GPT or artificial intelligence, that information is going to the dark web so that way it can learn how to answer more questions. So one of the things we do is find a more trusted, not saying chat GPT or anything else doesn't, but we find a more trusted platform and build securities around it. So we build securities around where our clients, I have them only use Copilot. So we don't allow them to use other types of, we don't allow them to use like Gemini. They're good, but we don't allow them to do stuff like that. So it's because we're able to protect the data. And if you don't understand how to put those security pieces in place, you definitely need to find a professional, a trusted advisor to do that. So I hope that businesses are starting with, hey, we need to do a budget. The budget is we need to create a strategy to use AI before we use any tool of AI.
You said it right. As we always, as MSPs, were providing virtual CIOs, right? Virtual Chief Information Officers. But I think we need to start providing virtual AIOs, virtual AI
Yep,
officers, right? Those
absolutely.
AI advisors to customers, and that's the first thing that they need to. Instead of start taking the pills, you need to go to the expert and figure out what the issues are, right?
Right.
And the same way, they need to get to, the businesses needs to hire AI expert, or AI advisor, and that should, you're absolutely right, that should be, especially compliance, data security, the tools, processes, people. There's everything that's involved. Again, it's here to stay, but they have to go in a planned way instead of a haphazard, just getting tools and so forth. So no, that's great. But any last thoughts are that we have not covered?
No, just let me ask you your take. Kind of give me your takeaway of what do you feel like businesses. I mean, 2026 is in a couple of weeks. So, what do you feel like businesses of any industry need to just be aware of or know about AI?
I think to add to you, it's no longer a if. Every business, one of the top, I'm sure every businesses have a lot of priorities, but have to leverage this technology should be one of those priorities. And it starts with AI advisors, as you said. The first, most of the businesses have MSPs and IT service providers. They should pick up that phone, call them, and say, listen, do you provide AI advisors? We need to talk AI for my business. It has to be on top of their list to start having those discussions, to start building that strategy, and then implementing it. It's not going to happen overnight, and you cannot run away from it, but you need to start talking and thinking about it. And I think that should be the number one priority for a lot of the businesses.
Absolutely, definitely.
And as an MSP, as a community, as an MSP, as a industry, we cannot hide away from it as well. We need to proactively will go to the customers, go to those business executives, and ask them what is the first question is, what is your AI strategy for your business? And it's going to stump them. They're like, we don't have one. I'm like, glad you're asking. Where do we start, right? So as an MSPs, we need to be that AI first and evolve to becoming a managed intelligence provider.
Yes, definitely. And one of the things we do is once we're able to, we ask that question, we set up and eventually do what is called an AI growth assessment. And the
Yep,
AI growth assessment kind of helps them lay out what we can put together as the strategy. So we ask those 5 to 10 questions. We get to know where they are, what they're currently doing, and I never even care about what other people propose to them because I tell them, well, they're not giving you a strategy, so it's not going to matter.
right.
It's going to be outdated. Whatever they give you is going to be outdated. You said it.
Right.
Literally 90 days or 30 days. There's going to be
Yeah,
another one out
exactly.
there. So you can spend $5,000, $10,000 on a process that's going to be outdated in 30 days. What we do is we create a long-term relationship where we can be that consultant for them.
Correct.
So we create the strategy. We can be the consultant to help them going through that strategy. And while it's being put together, we can help consult with them on that. So we want to build relationships. We want to partner with people, with businesses. And I feel like that's much better than just create this tool, hand it to them. Okay, now hope it works right. Now we got to call tech support because something's not going on. That's not a partnership. That's just like a product you bought from the store.
And there will have to be continuous improvement for
Yeah,
your AI strategy, and so you're absolutely right. It's not a one-time thing. It
yep,
has to be ongoing. Whereas as businesses change, as businesses adapt, new things are going to come, and you will have to tweak and make changes to your strategies as well. So
absolutely.
excellent, excellent. Last thing, and then we can add one AI myth you want to break.
I want to break people trying to look for tools.
Excellent, excellent. I would say I want to break the myth that AI is going to replace everyone and we'll have to go to universal minimum income. I think AI is another tool in our toolkit, and we need to embrace it. And we all still are going to be here, and but we'll be working better, faster, and doing much greater things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you see the movie? Have you ever seen the movie RoboCop?
I have, yes, yes. Will
So
Smith.
yeah. So I tell people, like, you look at that experience where the
Right,
company tried to replace robots with policemen.
right.
It failed. It
Fail,
blew
fail.
up, and as a result, it never happened. So, but anyway, I just tell them, like, or I watch iRobot. I watch that sometimes. Like,
Right, right,
when they put in AI, AI is all the robots. Like,
right.
you still need people. You still need the intelligence of that piece.
Exactly, exactly. Listen, I mean, we are living in an exciting time. I'm excited about AI and everything. That's one thing that at least from my little experience and what I've seen is, we've figured out, and we as human beings, as a community, we there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So.
Yeah.
Will, thank you so much for your time. Everyone, Will with Triad Cyber Solutions, and this is Mick from Moksh. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. And Will, we should do maybe another one more on how you go about that strategy you talked at the end, that hey, make we kind of come up with a roadmap, and then if you're open to sharing that, we can have a conversation around that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.